Oh,
Welcome to
Go ahead.
PoliTarology.
Sorry.
We have with us Shari, Voices from the Swamp, Cleo the Seer, not quite at 200 subscribers, the Overachiever, Dragonfly Crystals, and Next Level Channeling. Your amazing host is Colleen the Cool Crone. I'm the weirdo TarotStache. Thanks for joining. Please like and subscribe, everybody. It's free. Share this video because all the cool kids have already done it. Why haven't you? You're cool.
That's right. That's right. And of course, I messed up the video on this broadcast of all broadcasts, but that's okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to PoliTarology. Gerald, thank you so much for your assistance. We have something special tonight before we start doing readings, and that is that we are here to celebrate Gerald's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yay.
And in honor of your birthday, my sister, Cleo, the Seer, has prepared something special. Take it away, Cleo.
Okay, well, for Gerald's birthday, we wanted to give a toast to him for his birthday. And in order to do that, we had to have something to toast with. So I am going to give everybody here a glass of wine to toast to Gerald. And it starts with turning water into wine. Now here I have, let's see, there we go. Full of grapes with water. And when I present it through cyberspace and into a portal on my computer, it's going to go to each and every one of you. And you will end up with a glass of wine. But I need to know, what kind of wine do you want? So Colleen, what kind of wine do you want, red or white?
Oh, I'd like white wine, please.
Okay. And Gerald, what kind would you like?
I am going to say white wine because Colleen has done that white wine.
Okay. And Shari, what kind of wine would you like?
Red.
You red? And Val?
I'll take red.
Okay. So we got 2 white and 2 red. I'm going to go with white myself. So the first thing I need to do is to set up the portal on my monitor. And
we need everybody to focus.
Take this again. This is going to go into, okay, hold on. I'll put that into the monitor and give it just a few moments to see if this is going to work. Does anybody notice anything happening on their monitor? No.
Not yet.
Oh.
Okay.
Sorry, no,
Yeah.
not happening.
Let me reset the link. Hold on a minute. Let me write this out. How this is gonna. Okay. All right. Okay. And it's gonna take a little bit of time because it requires millions of packets of information going to separate areas. I mean, I'm going to New Jersey for Colleen, Ohio for Gerald, Louisiana for Shari, and Nevada for Val. So just give it a moment and I got to click on a couple things here. Okay, the upload has begun. Give it some time. And if you see it materialize before your monitor, don't grab at it right away because it's got to come fully into your space. Okay, the little bar. Okay, it's happening. Here we go. Now.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Wow. Very good.
Oh
Very
I'm
good.
impressed.
Wow.
Smells good.
Happy birthday. Wow.
Happy birthday, Gerald.
Happy birthday, Gerald.
Happy birthday.
Gerald.
Yay.
Awesome.
Confetti and balloons. That is so nice of you.
That is.
Now it gives. I've got to disappear off of here for a minute. I've got to shut down the portal. We can't leave something like this open.
Yes.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
No telling who might come through.
When someone first said that on her channel you couldn't see her messages because you had to be a seer, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm her sister. I should be able to see any. But you know what? After that trick, I'm a believer.
I'm a believer too.
I mean,
she is
everybody,
really
it's Cleo the Seer. Go over and like and subscribe, people.
Right.
She needs more.
I got the power. That's all. I got the power.
You got the
It's
power.
brilliant.
I made my
You
goal
do.
too. So
This
I'm
is
all
good.
excited. And may I say it's good quality grapes that you use.
Yeah.
Absolutely
this.
top
Well,
notch.
it
You
changes.
even got ice cubes in mine, just like I like.
It's not something like you get at the store because
No.
once it goes through cyberspace and stuff, and since I organized it to make sure we had red and white wine, out of white wine in the first place, it's got a little bit different flavor to it, but I'm glad it worked out. There we go.
Very good.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Very good. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Yay.
Cleo.
And just for my birthday.
We bow
That's
down
it.
to Cleo this year. We bow down to her.
Well, and I think because it's Gerald's birthday, it worked even better.
Yes.
Probably.
Definitely.
I mean,
It's extra magic.
Yeah.
of course.
Extra.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because, that was 2 thumbs up. I mean, great. Well done.
Well, and it's got something to do with StreamYard too, because we've done this. Well, Colleen and I have done this before on Zoom, and it was a little bit iffy. This worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
Nice.
This was a better connection, I think.
Yeah.
It
It really was.
Yeah.
I mean, do you
Manifested
think it
really.
has anything to do with the best chatters being here?
Oh, I bet you
That
it
helps.
does. Oh my God. I didn't even think of that. I think that's true. I think it's because it's the best
Yeah.
chatters. I think
There
that's
you
what it
go.
is.
We got them all
Oh
to
my
focus for that minute or two, and that just helped push it right through.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, that's really great. Do we have anybody else who has something for Gerald that we need to give him?
I do have something for Gerald.
You do? Why, Val? Why
I
don't
was
you
minding
go
my
ahead?
P's and Q's. I didn't get to meditate this morning, so I meditated this afternoon, around 1 or 2 o'clock. And lo and behold, before anything, I tune in to my guides and I ask, do you have a message for me? And they said, this is for Gerald. What?
I'm like, good. I'm totally going to watch this back. You know that, right?
But they said, you are a special soul here, bringing understanding and light to those who seek the light of love. This is not an intellectual understanding, but a heart and soul gift to the world through your energetics in all the ways that you deliver this to your community and the world. It is comprised of codes that act as keys to unlock DNA within those who are ready to receive their openings. Be prepared. More is coming to you. Big energetic shifts and downloads, which involve the voice. Within your voice is the cadence and resonance that shifts many to their greater awareness. For from you, kindness and love emanate abundantly. We are sending you our eternal gratitude for your service. This is the Council of Light from Divine Source. We'll talk again. That was their message.
Oh, that's so
And as Val shared that with us earlier, I was in the process of pulling a card for Gerald from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. And I pulled a card from the Council of Light.
You can't make that up, folks.
You cannot make this stuff
It
up.
just, and they all saw me sitting here shuffling and spreading them out and then just drawing a card.
Mm-hmm.
And what it says is that the Council of Light involves divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. The Council of Light is a team of benevolent beings who are here to assist the raising of consciousness of the planet.
They are here to help you achieve your soul mission and are guiding you every step of the way. Because we live in a world where free will reigns, they cannot help you without your permission. So if you need their assistance, all you have to do is ask. And they can help with all kinds of requests. Nothing is too big or too small. Think of them as your personal team of helpers in the spirit realm. They are willing and ready to step in and get to work. What would you like help with? What task would you like to delegate to them? The Council of Light is a team of ascended masters, light beings, angels, and guides devoted to the rising of Earth and all humanity. You are a light worker, and it is from them that you receive your personal mission. Like a spirit world United Nations, they want to thank you for doing this work and devoting your life to uplifting the planet.
Thank you.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
That's
So
gorgeous.
both of you
Oh.
know you need to like send me those, right?
I will. Yeah.
And Cleo, I expect to see your skill in an app so that I can have a beverage at my beck and call. Is that you're working on that?
Well, not exactly. It's kind of a secret.
I didn't hear anything.
Well, it's taken me years to develop it, so I'm not really big on giving away that particular secret.
Okay. I respect that.
It's kind of like my
Respect
mother's
that. And I
Dragonfly
appreciate you
recipe.
sharing it on my birthday. That was very nice.
That was amazing.
And here, let me be, you know, everybody go over and like and subscribe to my channel because it would be nice to hit 1,200 subscribers.
Wow.
Yes. I'll do that.
That's a birthday wish. How's that?
Yes.
There you go. Good. Well, this is great. This is a great start to this video here, to this live stream. Yes, I do love the moon behind you, Gerald. It's
Thank you.
really beautiful. Okay, so I have pulled up the New York Times headlines.
Ooh.
And I think we should do a few readings. What do you think?
Yeah.
I love it.
Do it.
Some good things. Okay.
Absolutely.
So let's see what we have here. And let me change this so that you guys can also put your stuff. Okay, so you guys can go ahead and start putting your questions in the chat. In all caps, please. And if you're just chatting with each other, if you could avoid caps, that would really help us be able to just notice the questions easier. Because you guys, I'm really trying to be better about the chat. I'm really trying to learn how to do it better. All right, so let's see what kind of headlines we have here. We have, let's see. Oh man, these are weird. Okay.
Well, it is my birthday. Of course it's weird.
Yeah. So I'm trying to find something that we can actually read on. Okay. I think this may have already been answered, but I'm going to read it out and try to make a question out of it. And we can look at what are the future ramifications. The headline was from was from yesterday. And it says, Trump asks federal appeals court to lift gag order in election case. But I think they might have already said no. And the judge reinstated the so-called gag order, but also included his attorneys in that. But what is next? What is going to happen? Because he's going to, disobey the gag order. So what is really next? And I'm talking about next week, folks. What is next? Because this is just galloping away. So let's figure out what's next.
Well, he's trying to get into jail. That's what he wants to do.
And
What a nice birthday gift.
absolutely. Yeah.
I'll go last.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh gosh. Are you ready, Shari, or should we keep going?
Okay. So how are we phrasing the question again? I want to make sure I get this right.
So what's next with this gag thing and the judge? What's the judge going to do to him by next week?
Well, the repairman shows up because Trump feels like he's being screwed as he holds the proverbial screwdriver to him. And the lawyers are hoping that there's enough camouflage going on so that they're not held accountable. But I'm seeing a dumpster fire, and it's all going to go in the poopy pile, so to speak. Because the lawyers weren't included, from what I read earlier, until one of them proceeded to go out to the microphones and start ragging on the judge's people again. And that's when he slapped the gag order on the lawyers as well. And I have a feeling that while they may not put Trump in jail right away, I don't think they'll hesitate to throw a few lawyers behind bars.
Ooh, I like that. Ooh, that's good. Gerald?
So the judge is the Queen of Swords going, come here, excuse me, try it. Just try it. And guess what he's going to do? He's going to try it. And guess what's going to happen? The queen, who is calm and rational, she's going to get really ticked. She's going to turn into the Queen of Wands. Someone is going to get burnt, and it's sure as hell not going to be her. And death shows up, which suggests, I mean, he's not going to die. Maybe somebody else is dying, but he's not going to like it. It's going to put a halt on what he's trying to do. So
nice. And if I can just read your cards for a minute, that Queen of Wands, that fire sign, she's moving quickly. What if she just moves up that case with all that fire energy and just says, okay, fine, then it's going in February or January or whatever. That's what the fire says to me. So mine basically just agreed with Cleo that he's just really trying to get into jail. I got the 8 of Swords. If I can hold it up there, I got the 8 of Swords, but I also have, weirdly, the 9 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups. So that is what he wants. He literally wants to go to jail so that he can use it. So that's all I got. Go ahead.
So you want me to go next?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got the unicorn, and this it feels like, his unicorn dreams. But he's ending. There's the universe. There's the punch. It's going to be a knockout punch. And this may not be actual jail time, but it is a big punch, a really big one, to end his nonsense. Boom.
Yeah, because the two cases, the Florida case and the DC case, are still both slated for March 4th. What's up with that?
I think that, what's her name? The one in Florida. She is trying to push it out.
She is, but she hasn't. So it's still technically on the books for March. Chutkin is not believing that it's going to go in March, so she's got hers for March. But what happens when Chutkin moves it up to February or January? I mean, she's picking the jury now.
Who is the woman in Florida that's the
Cannon?
Cannon, thank you. She's trying to push it out. I think she might even be successful with that. She's got a pretty good argument. He's got so many cases landing at the same time. And I've thought this about her all the time, that she is going to do everything she can to help Trump. And so she would probably push it out. That is not going to have any effect on the even more serious charges in DC and in Atlanta. And then who is there? Is there only one judge that's put out a gag order, or is there two? Is there a male judge?
There's two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chutkin and Angoron.
Yeah.
And Goron is the one that they're in the case now, the civil case, where the judge just said, there's so much evidence here, I don't even have to look at the evidence. We're just having a trial about how much damages they have to pay. That's in Goron, who's got the order, and he's saying, don't talk about my staff. Chutkin is in DC, and she has also said, don't talk about all these people.
About witnesses.
About witnesses, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I want to add something because I picked, this is the Queen of Swords was the first one. Underneath that is the King of Cups. And I mean, there's just like, I have a queen, I have two queens, I have a king, I have a knight, I have death, I have the Six of Swords. Let's move him out. Move him to the big house.
Speaking of Judge Aileen Cannon, can we read on, I personally think her fondest desire is to get taken off this case. Can we read on that? When will she be taken off the case?
Thank you for saying that, because I have felt that from the beginning, that she's trying to do all she can to get kicked off.
Yes, she sure
Say her
is.
name again for me.
Aileen Cannon.
Thank you. I'm going to mute and shuffle.
Well, I had something a little bit different with Aileen, is that that the case would never be heard by a jury. So now I'm thinking, since we've got two people here that are thinking she's going to be removed or she's going to recuse herself, I'm wondering if that's what's going to happen. On the other hand, I think she sees herself as sitting in a position to be helpful to Trump, and she likes it that way. She wants to help him. And there is a couple of things, little bits and pieces of things that come up for Trump that look like it's a positive for him. But I still, no, I don't see her leaving the case yet. But I still see that the case won't be heard by a jury.
Okay. All right, Shari, what do you got?
I'm still shuffling, so
Should we have Gerald go?
yeah, let somebody else go.
Okay.
Please.
Gerald, are you ready? Go ahead.
Yep.
Ready, please.
It's my age. Is she going to be taken off the case? Probably not, because she's working at, there's some good things could be happening for her strength. I'm also wondering, and this doesn't make any sense to me, I'm wondering if she likes the weirdness about it. It's just something that she can prove, because it'll be good for her. See, I could do this. I could handle all of this pressure. I mean, I have the hanged one, the hanged man, and the moon. I don't think she's sleeping well at night, because she's running, all of the scenarios, trying to figure out. She wishes she could run away from it and change everything, but it's not. She's too dug into it. She's too invested. I have a King of Pentacles and a Knight of Swords. I mean, she's probably getting differing views on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
So she's probably getting lots of opinions.
Yeah. Okay. So I got her and Trump and the Page of Pentacles. I got her. She's the Queen of Swords, or she thinks she's the Queen of Swords. He's the King of Wands, or he thinks he's the King of Wands. And then we got the Page of Pentacles. But what I think this is saying is that, just like I think Shari and a few other people said this when we first started talking about this case, is that she really feels like this is going to give her the ability to ask for and receive like a seat on a higher bench, like SCOTUS.
Oh, yeah.
She really believes that that's going to happen. That's not happening. That is so far out in Twando land, it's not even funny. But this does mean that she's foolish. It's a Page of Pentacles. She's very, very foolish. She's wasting her time with this. I think the Pentacles could also indicate that sometime in December, she could be called on the carpet either by the 11th Circuit or something that comes down from Jack Smith. So I do think that there's going to be some kind of abeyance with the case due to her behavior. And I don't think she's going to recuse, but I do think it's going to be questioned about whether she should remain on the bench, let alone on this case. And I also pulled out 2 other cards, and I've now declared in the Pulp Tarot that the High Priestess card is Judge Chutkan. It looks like her. Look at that face. That is Judge Chutkan. That is her. So Judge Chutkan has been hanging on to that March date, but also I think with all of the shenanigans that are going on now with Canon, I think what this might pull together is the actual judges talking about all of this. And so Canon is going to have to mind her P's and Q's. Temperance is saying, walk the line, be very conservative, don't make any waves. But I think all the judges are going to have a scheduling conference. And then Canon is going to have to put her finger on a date in the calendar. They're going to force her to do that. That's going to be a date out in 2024. But I'm telling you, something's going to happen in December that is no bueno for her. No bueno at all. That's what I got.
Okay. I started out with a 7 of Swords. So she is acting deceitfully. And because of that, I think as you were reading the other judges, this council is going to come together and they're going to kind of sock it to her. Now, I still feel like she's making some of these moves purposefully to get them to kick her out.
Possibly.
But when they do it, she's going to feel really betrayed by that. Followed up with the 4 of Cups. A lot of disappointment, not just from her and what she's wanting to accomplish here, but I feel like there's a big disappointment from the other judges in this council that she's been given a position that she's not qualified for. She's never even tried a case, from what I understood. She doesn't have the qualifications to be a judge at all. And so she doesn't know what she's doing. And whoever it is that's giving her advice is giving her really bad advice. And it ended with the, what is that? With the 8 of Pentacles. And so here we're looking at, she's going to be looking for a job. It's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She's going to be looking for a job because this one's not going to last for her. And I don't know if they're just going to kick her off this case or if they're going to remove her judgeship altogether. And that I've seemed to have pulled that several times.
I want to add something to what you were talking about, Colleen. Something's going on in December. It's Temperance.
Yeah, I got Temperance too. Yeah.
It's like, I mean, it's going to be backpedaling. It's going to be trying, squeezing, him-hawing around, and it's not going to last.
Yeah. So you think she's going to be backpedaling, Canon?
Yes, I think she's going to be backpedaling.
Yeah, faster than the indicted people in Georgia. Yeah.
I would agree with you.
It's going to be a backpedaling. Yeah. Yep. Val, go ahead.
Okay, so it's all about her. Here's the self. Her peers, though, are putting a lot of, they're really watching her. This is not only the peers, but Jack Smith and his cronies. She's being watched. Last card in the deck is Watchdog. And coming up is the moon. And this is her emotions surrounding all of this and the hidden things. But next to it's money. But yeah, yes, exactly, Gerald. Playing the tune, but what ends up being the jail cell. So to me, this really means that she is going to hit a brick wall, and either she is going to have to recuse herself or she will be removed from the case in some way. And I think they'll pose it to her, even her peers will. that she needs to step down because she's too involved. And if I was listening to Glenn Kirshner talk about what it takes to be able to recuse yourself from a case, if it's in the slightest bit, any kind of tainting. So she's way over that measurement. She's way over the top. I'm surprised that they let this go on and that they even appointed her as the judge over it. So, yeah.
And what do you all think about the fact that she's so uninformed and so undereducated just on the points of law that she's supposed to be ruling on? Why hasn't she had someone come in to advise her or something? I mean, isn't that also sort of malpractice right there?
It is. And her peers are harshly looking at her, harshly seeing her. And I'm sure she feels that like on the back of her neck.
Yeah.
She's being judged so
She's being judged
severely and by her peers. I'm not sure, for entertainment purposes only, blah, blah, blah. I don't think she'll be doing what she's doing anymore after this.
Oh,
when
so
everything falls, I think she might be a greeter. She might work as a cashier at a fast food store but it's just like she's,
hostess at a Golden Corral, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
If she's lucky.
And I have interconnections with friends who are actually saying she doesn't have enough humility to pull in help.
Yeah, that is so bad. It's so bad. It's just
well, the energy on this thing right now is it's so much different than it was a few months ago. I mean, it is just crazy in the way the energy is going. And I knew that what Cannon wanted to always do is postpone this whole thing with the documents until after the election. And that is, again, what she's pushing for. And so that might be what all you guys are talking about, that if she pushes on that too hard, yes, other people are going to intervene and say, oh, no. That's not going to happen. And she still may get her way, but yeah, that would be the main way that she would be taken off of this case.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Well, it's just a little past 7:30, and I told myself that I would play this at 7:30. So, Gerald, this is my little birthday gift to you.
No.
And it's all homemade. Let's be kind, people. This is homemade. Come on.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, God. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Gerald. Happy birthday to you.
Oh my God.
Man, if that's you singing, you've got the voice, girl.
I'm like going, I'm like going, who the hell did she
That was so good.
I'm like going, oh my God. I'm trying to fix it. I'm like going,
I loved it.
steal my name.
Was that you singing, Colleen?
It was, and it was very hard.
My
to do.
God, you have a beautiful voice.
She does.
Yes,
She does. She's
I
a
love
great
it too.
singer.
Really?
Oh
my
But
God.
I was trying to do it in my editing thing as a voiceover, and it kept giving me a delay. And you could hear in a couple of places where it just like I was way behind the beat. But
Oh, man, I thought it was fantastic.
oh, thank you.
It was
It was
amazing.
good.
By far better than what I could do.
Happy birthday.
It was amazing. Is anybody else having weird things happen to their computer? I mean,
Yeah, I have my weird thing.
you closed did you close that portal?
I did. I did close
I mean,
the portal.
Cleo, you closed that, really?
Yeah, I
You
shut
sure?
it down.
What
Yeah,
the hell?
Shouldn't be having it.
Oh,
Oh,
oh my gosh. This has got to be from the best chatters. I think it is. Oh, you all are wonderful. Well, here you go.
That's cute.
how
Thank
they
you.
frickin', let me recheck that portal. Maybe
It could have been the energy from the video. It could have been the energy from the video. There were a lot of candles in that video. So
I think magic happens when all things, synchronicity happens, and it's perfect. Oh my God.
Believing in magic is half the battle.
So there you go. Thanks.
There you go.
happy birthday. Yay.
Did you all get one, or did it only go to me?
I think in the fridge.
I think you got it.
Yeah, I do too. You're the birthday boy, so you get the.
Here's to you. Enjoy.
Thanks. Sorry for you. Not sorry. Meanwhile, everybody go over and like and subscribe to my channel and help me get 3 more people, so I'm at 1,200.
Yes.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
do that.
definitely. Everybody go over and do that.
Absolutely.
Oh, that was great.
We'll
Colleen.
wait.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It was my little labor of love, doing a little something for you.
And Jeffrey's on the other side of the camera. He's going, she's got a nice voice.
Oh, really nice. Wow.
That
Mike,
voice.
nice- he
that
says-
voice.
Nice pipes.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Those pipes paid the bills for a few years.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
That
Oh,
sounds
my
like
God.
a professional voice.
Wonderful. I know who to call when I need voiceovers.
There you go. Yeah. Anytime. All right. So let's move on to more headlines, which the headlines are just not really great this week, but here's one. And somebody asked about this in the chat too. Let me go to the comments. They asked, this was Rose Blue. She said, now will the Senate change the rules to go around Tommy Tuberville? I like that. I like that change, Rose Blue. Tubby Tuber villain. Tubby Tommy villain. I like that.
Mr. Fall on his ass, Tubin.
Oh my God, that was funny. Was that funny?
I could watch that video over and over and over again.
Well, it was such instant karma. How dare you insult our president and then you go and fall on your ass.
Well, the Senate, they are thinking about it, aren't they? This Tommy guy is just, he's a problem. And he's holding up a whole bunch of awards and things that we're giving to the servicemen, and it's just, and women. And it's just wrong. So I don't know if they're actually going to change the rules, but they're getting tired of him holding out on all this stuff, and it's just not good. It's just not good, especially at these times when we're so dependent on the service people. Yeah, I don't know what the man is, why he thinks that this is the way to handle things, but he's, a lot of people are looking at him and thinking twice about what they can do to go above him and get things taken care of.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Shari, what do you got?
Well, I started out with the 9 of Pentacles. We're looking at somebody who's trying to cash in on this deal. He's trying to figure out a way how he can make money and how he can deny others their money and their benefits and all the ridiculous stuff that they're throwing out there for that. Followed up with the 4 of Swords. I think he's going to wind up eating a hasty retreat, so to say, and getting out. Falling on his ass is a good start. He could just right on out the door. And it ends with a Magician, because I really feel strongly that Congress is going to pull all their powers in the Senate. I mean, to be able to override him. And right now there are talks, from what I understand, of several of the kind of middle of the roaders that are starting to seriously consider joining with the Democrats in figuring out an end run to get around them. So I don't think he's going to be able to keep this up for much longer.
Good. What do you have, Gerald?
Will the Senate change rules to go around Tommy? No, because they're cutting away. They're cutting away some crap. They're trying to do something. However, this is where it gets weird, and this is where things are backfiring, because we have the Lovers and the Ten of Wands. All of the agreements are they're weighing down. They're not being fulfilled. It's and maybe I'm and I'm nauseous with this actually, because I also have the Four of Swords and the Queen of Cups. It's all like I don't think they're going to do something. I don't know what it is yet. I don't think it's been revealed, because I think there's probably more stuff going on than we realize.
Oh,
Well, there always is.
Yeah.
Especially because they're still planning the Three of Pentacles, the Six of Swords. They're still and they're trying to do it under the cloak of darkness. So that's what we're seeing right now. I'm going to say no, but just wait until Monday. Check back.
Monday. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I got some pretty definitive cards here. I got I got the Empress and the Six of Wands. Okay. So to me, that says somehow, maybe not just women, but somehow people who feel very strongly about this and about protecting our homeland, the Empress, they're going to win. They're going to find a way to win. And the way they're going to win is, I got Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. They are pulling the rug out from under him somehow. So you're right, Gerald. They're going to do something. They may not have to change the rules, but they are going to pull the rug out from under him, because his BS about the money and the abortions and it's just so weird. All the stuff that he's trying to say are reasons when they aren't reasons. They just don't make any sense. So they're going to pull the rug out from under him, and they're going to do some kind of an end run around him. And it is going to be pretty bad for him.
Mhm.
It's going to be good for them, but it's going to be bad for him. Kitty, no. Okay, go ahead, Val.
So I agree with all of you. So here are all the people that are together in the Senate doing this. Here's the broken heart. They're going to put a Band-Aid across all of it. But at the end of the day, I got the Queen of Swords, and here's blood. So he's going to be hurting for certain. Yes, exactly. They're going to see what's going on. It's going to put a fire under everything.
Mhm.
Final card. I just skipped one, but the final card is they're going to resurrect the positions and put people in them. And it's going to be, they're going around him. They're not even going to, they're going to do it somehow, just like Gerald and you were saying, they're not going to do it by changing rules.
Mhm.
They're going to find a way around it.
Yeah.
And they're going to put people back in those positions that have gone vacant in the military and that have to be filled.
Yeah, they do. They had one guy who was doing 2 full-time jobs. He ended up hospitalized.
Right.
This guy is like, are you kidding me? Because they can't allow people to take the promotions that they've already been given and guaranteed. It's going on, what, 8 months or something? I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. I got
And
the
we
High
now,
Priestess right next to the Queen of Swords, and it's going to happen.
Yeah.
and we now have war breaking out all over the damn place, and we're hamstrung.
Yeah.
The
It's not
U.S.
gonna
is
go on.
hamstrung because we don't have anybody in leadership positions that make the decisions of what to do, how to do it, and when to do it.
Weren't they missing also one of the members of the Joint Chiefs of Staff? Weren't
Yeah,
they
I
down by
believe
one of
so.
them? That's hideous. Gerald, what's up?
I'm just getting a nudge that this thing with Tommy is pivotal for what they want
Tommy
to have happen.
Tuberville. Sorry, Tommy
Yes, Tommy
Tuberville.
Tommy Tuberville is critical because it's one of these things, because it's no longer going to be a bait and switch, because people are mad.
Yes.
And they're not only are they mad, they're disheartened, and then they're starting to get that bitter angry.
Yeah.
And that's not something that they want. Did that make any sense? I have no idea what that said.
No, that made absolute sense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of our military, let's think about this. The House passes an aid bill for Israel, but not for Ukraine. Okay, so we know that's not going to go anywhere with the Senate. But what are they going to do about Ukraine and Israel? What is going to happen? Discuss.
You mean from America? What are we going to do?
Congress. What is the Senate and Congress going to do?
Well,
Because they're the ones who have to do it. Biden can't just say, oh, yeah, let me just open up the piggy bank for Israel and Ukraine. He can't do that.
well, Congress is going to try to say no on Ukraine and yes on Israel.
That's what they just said in the House. But the Senate.
And the White House already responded and told them they would veto anything that didn't cover both.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what are they going to do in order to cover both? They got that madman in the House. So how are they going to make this?
Well, it'll be the Senate that saves the day.
Okay. But don't the bills have to start in the House?
Probably.
So who's going to put a gun to Mike Johnson's head and say, just shut up and sit down and let Hakeem speak?
Senate. The Senate is.
I can see Mitch McConnell doing it. Can't you? Can't you see him with a gun to his head and just saying, I got nothing to live for. Ah.
Well, they're going to, the Congress is going to try to say it's just, we've already spent too much money on Ukraine and we just don't have it. And, this is Biden just again, creating this gigantic budget problem. And also, I mean, it's a lot of this is going to come up within the next couple of weeks because of the budget. So it's going to be a huge, big argument. But in the end, Ukraine will get something. Israel will get something. The budget will be balanced.
Yeah, because their main concern right now is getting another $1 trillion tax break to the rich.
Well, that's Mike Johnson's concern.
Yeah.
But what about the rest of them?
I don't know. Mike Johnson's not a. He's going to try to come. He's going to be dressed. He's going to be a wolf in sheep's clothing because he's not.
He's an embarrassment to our state.
Well, he's going to be an embarrassment to Congress here in a little bit. But, I mean.
And the rumors are already.
They're in so much trouble. They've got things so confused and their priorities are so backwards. But with the budget thing coming up and also these two wars happening, they have got to make up their minds and they've got to, the budget just, again, we get deeper and deeper in debt. That's probably what we're going to have to do. On the other hand, it does sound like they're printing up funny money, and that will just throw our economy totally cattywampus if they do that. They're trying to say that we're already doing that. But then again, the economy is beginning to pick up a little bit and do a little bit better. So I see it.
I'm just taking my sweater off. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We can't see you.
I know, because I was taking my sweater off. I didn't want to do that on camera.
Oh,
Well,
it was my birthday.
We didn't want to see that either.
Okay, there you go.
I only got one cupcake. I would have gotten 2 more.
Well,
Sorry, I just got uninvited.
That's okay. Shari, do you have something to add to what Cleo's talking about?
Well, it's kind of become crystal clear on what needs to happen here. Mr. Johnson is still living in a fantasy world with unicorns and potpourri and no gay people, no black people, no poor people, no whatever.
Banning
It
abortion.
is.
I mean,
Um,
Mike Johnson. Here he goes.
the thing of it is that the world is getting ready to come down on him. Talk is already going on in my state where he's from. There is already big time rumors flying of things that this man has been involved in that I think he's going to regret taking this position, because as what happened to 45, it's going to suddenly shine a big bright color light on all of his shenanigans and all of what his wife's been up to. I mean, within hours of him getting made speaker, both of them went in and scrubbed their social media pages.
Right.
And I mean, they weren't quick enough because people had already gone in and screenshot everything.
Yeah.
But still, yeah. This is one sick puppy. This man is not dealing with a full deck.
Could you do me a favor and remove Rose Blue's comment and then remind me what we're asking? Because I'm pretty sure the wine that was transmitted to me is a really high quality. So
yes, the question morphed. The question started out as they've passed the bill for Israel, but not Ukraine. What in the hell are they going to do to handle Ukraine? But in the discussion about the answer, Mike Johnson kind of magically came into it. But amazingly, my cards fit that. So,
I actually have my indicator card with the 7 of Pentacles. So it's going to take a little bit longer because it was also about funding one war and not the other, and how are we going to do that? And what's going to happen is the Stoic people, the Hierophants, are going to be up against the cheerers and the warriors and the people who are doing it. They're going to force them to figure this out. And I also love getting the Queen of Swords whenever I'm reading on politics. I got the Queen of Swords facing off the foolish idiots.
Love it.
Wow.
And so I think it is going to come to blows, and it's just going to chip away. And again, this is pretty significant because I got the Lovers and I got the Lovers and Death. So all of these partnerships and the agreements that people made are going to start demolishing. They're going to slowly or rapidly fall to the wayside. And that's how it's going to be done. People are going to call it as it is.
I kind of agree with that. What I got is the 2 of Pentacles. So we're weighing things and we're saying this thing doesn't match that thing, and how are we going to make a match? Because we got 2 countries that desperately need our help in order to keep the world safe for humanity. But then something's going to change. The big boys are going to start really playing politics. And these little MAGA wimps, they don't really know how to play politics. All they know how to do is be bullies. So what's going to happen is the real politicians are going to pretend like this is a big party and a big celebration, and just come with us and we're going to show you what to do, and it's going to be really great. Yeah, you just do this. Oh, don't worry about that bill. So look at this bill. So they're going to sort of conflate things for them and confuse them even more, because they're fighting fire with fire. They just, the MAGAs don't realize that the real politicians can do this in their sleep with their hands tied behind their back. And in the end, somebody, maybe not Mitch, but maybe Mitch will help them. I even heard Lindsey Graham on some of the news programs. They had little clips from him saying, you want to fight?
God, yeah.
And we got some magicians up in here who are going to just kind of wave their magic wands, and before you know it, there's going to be money for Ukraine. There's going to be money for Israel. There might even be gun control thrown in there. I mean, these guys are going to do some magic. They are not playing because they're sick of the BS, and they're sick of these 3-year-olds dancing rings around them like Chubby Tuberville. You know, they don't want these
unruly toddlers.
Yeah, and they're amateurs. They don't want these amateurs running the show anymore. They're done. They're done. Even if it means they have to side with the Democrats, they're done.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, the emotional teen, the teen angst and crap like that, and parents are just going to go, nope, we're done. Give me your car keys. Give me your wallet, your license. Nope, you're going to school. Then you're coming home, and here's some extra chores.
Or before they do that, they're going to say, "Oh, you like drinking? Here, drink a case of beer. Make yourself good and sick, and let's see how much you like it the next day when I force you to go to school." Oh, you like, you know what I mean? Like torture almost, because they're tired of the amateurs thinking that they're running the show. They're just tired of it. Okay, Val.
On the temper tantrums that they're throwing. I mean, they throw one temper tantrum after another.
And they got the biggest amateur of all up there with Mike Johnson. So they play nice.
It's funny. My cards picked up Mike Johnson too, showing that he's not going to stay in his position very much longer. I don't know if he'll make it to December. But here's the funny thing. I did get the 7 of Pentacles, just like Gerald. I started out with the 6 of Wands, and I felt like this was felt like Mike Johnson feeling like he was king of the world. But in his false knight kind of message, but what I got is, and by the way, so, he's not giving out the money, but I saw an open road. I felt like this showed him being shown the door. But at the end of the day, this is what's going to happen. A mirror is going to be reflected on him. He's going to be standing there naked. He's out in the sunlight. The World card, boom, end of subject. But we have the Queen of Wands. We are going to have action. These Ukraine and Israel will be taken care of. It's not going to go on. It's not going to go on. And Tommy Tuberville, that's another subject. But Mike Johnson is not going to be in there that much longer. He has too many skeletons in his closet, and everybody's fired up over Ukraine needs the money and Israel needs the money. So
yeah,
the big boys will make it happen, just like you said, Colleen, just like you mentioned.
Yeah. And I just keep getting the image of an older politician like a Mitch McConnell, or even
Mitt Romney or somebody.
Yeah, well, Mitt Romney's too peace loving. I can't see him holding a gun. But somebody much older, literally holding a gun to Mike Johnson's head because he can't be gone soon enough. And they've got business to do. They can't even wait till he's gone. They've got business to do. And if he doesn't want to do it, they'll blow him up politically and make him be disappeared by the next week.
And they do that well. They can do it.
So
Entertainment purposes only.
We have no choice but to help Israel and Ukraine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not an option not to.
Right.
So, but this the new speaker is, I think he might even try to lean towards doing that. And maybe that's the thing that gets him booted out again, because as soon as Kevin did his thing, which kind of leaned towards the Democrats and what everybody wanted, he gets kicked out. So that could happen again to this other guy. But yeah, I mean, and in between that and the budget, I mean, it's coming up so fast, and we're so sick of hearing about the budget, the budget, the budget. You know, just get on with it, do it. And I think that a lot of people are feeling that way, even the Republicans.
Mhm.
Just let's get this going, you know, and so we can move on to other things.
Yeah. Did you hear that press conference that Hakeem Jeffries had?
Oh, he's so intelligent and
Yeah.
so articulate.
Every
so
time
well
he
thought
speaks.
out. Every word out of his mouth was beautifully orchestrated to show how we should get along. We should get things done. We're here to work together. Why aren't we? Hello.
Yeah, really. I like that guy.
Yeah, he was like a really good dry martini, man. He just calmed me
He just
down.
Really calm.
Just calmed me down.
Smooth.
He was good. He was good. So yeah, so it's in a weird way, I think all of this stuff does get sort of, you know, like an Ouroboros, you know, a snake that eats its own tail. I think
Yeah.
it's in a funny way. I think the Congress is going to kind of do that. That stupid rule that lets you kick out the speaker with one vote. I think they're going to live to regret that. Does it have to be a Republican vote, or could a Democrat do that?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Or an independent. I mean, somebody could just say, "Oops, I'm saying no confidence on the speaker. Let's take him out."
Oh, that would be. I'd be happy for that as a birthday gift as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be a great Christmas present as well.
right. I know.
Mhm.
Really good. Oh my gosh.
But
Okay.
And his
will the
wife is
current
worse
speaker-
than him. So
Will the current speaker be there for the new budget? I mean, it's coming
Oh,
up.
what date is the new budget? Is that November 17th or something?
It's like within 2 weeks or less.
Okay, so let's read on that. Will he be there for that? That's great. That's a great question. Oh, I'm sorry, chatters. I'm not looking at you. I got to look at you.
I'm watching.
Are you? Okay.
There's great comments. So the best chatters are doing the best chatter thing.
Okay.
But mute.
We need the Jeopardy music on when we do this so that there's something going
what
on.
was the question again?
Will the speaker, the current speaker, and if you can't remember him, you're forgiven. His name is Mike Johnson. He's a nobody.
Oh, how could I forget?
But
He's just down the road.
will he still be there when they're doing the negotiations about the new budget?
Okay.
I can't wait to hear what Val is laughing about. What is going on, Val?
Well, let's just say it's similar to the last one. I'll wait for my turn, but
Oh no, Val, please, if you're ready, go right ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
he's going to be shown the open road just like before. You know, the knights are going to come in and do what they have to do to sprout everything that we need. Like a thief in the night, he's going to have to get the hell out of Dodge. And here again, the sun shines on all those misdeeds. So it's not going to be pretty, and he's going to have to go. And it looks like it's before the budget. So within a couple of weeks.
Wow. So that would mean he's been a speaker for less than a month?
Bottom of the deck. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
These cards they don't lie.
Cleo, did you go? Did you say something?
I've already said a lot. Let everybody else go.
Okay, Shari, do you have something to say?
I pull the 4 of swords.
Ooh, you had that for him before too. Oh wow. You're seeing him sleeping.
Yeah, it's it's not going to be. I mean, I also had the Six of Cups. Like I said, he's living in this fantasy land where he thinks everything's going to be like Leave It to Beaver and whatnot. No. You know, I think if he keeps opening his mouth and at the rate that people are starting to dig up some of the dirt on him down here, I seriously doubt he's going to still be there in 2 weeks.
Wow.
I mean, there's some really nasty stuff coming out about him and his wife.
Wow.
And how they do things. And it's kind of, from what I'm getting, it's something that's kind of been known, but never really discussed because, you know, he gladly stayed in the background and didn't flash, you know, or anything. And now, like I said, he's got them big old lights shining down on him. And he's going to regret it.
Mm.
So here's the thing. I got a yes. He's going to be there, but only it's like that idea. It's only until the kids graduate from high school, and then they're going to get divorced. Because I got my indicator card with the lovers, so it's like, okay. Because I have 2 of Swords with Justice, and part of it is if he's out, they are not going to be able to do the budget stuff that they need, and so it's almost like a figurehead. I mean, he's being manipulated. Yes, all sorts of, you know, the Page of Pentacles, the Star, everybody's looking at him. Lights are shining on him. We've got the 3 of Wands and the 6 of Pentacles. I mean, we're planning for a budget right now. What are we going to do with our money? Now, this is where it's interesting. At the bottom of the deck, I got the 5 of Cups. And in this card, there's only 2 cups upright. So 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that. And my feeling is that once that gets done, they're you know, all ties are broken and it's out. It's out.
Wow. I love that. I just want that to happen.
You're welcome.
The sooner the better.
I have the King of Swords and the Page of Swords. So I think Johnson is the Page of Swords. And I don't know who the King of Swords is, but he's some adult that knows how to do politics and stuff. But I got the Hierophant, the 10 of Cups, and I love this 10 of Cups card. Look at them.
Oh,
They're all joyous. Bowling. They're bowling. So we're going to be very happy when this happens. But you got the Hierophant, and then you also got the Justice card. Check her out. She is
Big Mama gonna kick his ass.
So they have a lot of rules that they have to follow. So they really do need somebody who will just be their student, who will just take their notes. They'll all tell them, okay, you have to do this. Now you have to do this. Now when that comes in, you have to do this thing and that. So they really do need somebody to just do all the administrative crap to make the thing actually come to the floor and get there and get voted on. But you're right. Once all of you are right. Once that's done, then they'll be like, oh, and by the way, we're voting you out later.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to go. And thank God, because he is a nightmare. He's scarier. He's scarier than Mitch McConnell. He's scarier than Donald Trump.
He's scarier than McConnell and Jim Jordan put together.
Yes. Yes. He is really, really a scary dude. So I really hope that, you know,
and his wife is worse.
Yeah. His wife is really worse. So, okay. So we've been on a little over an hour. So maybe we do one more and say, hey.
I still have wine. My glass doesn't seem to end.
Oh, did you get that glass that just keeps filling up?
I did.
Oh boy, I wish I had that. That would be nice. All right, I guess we got to keep going then.
Yeah, I still got
Cheers,
it
everybody.
in mind. So
So I don't really want to do one on Israel. I think it's too sensitive or something. I don't know. I just don't really want to read on Israel.
Mhm.
Do we have anything in the starred questions that maybe we could read on? Oh, this
Eric
is
Trump, how's he
Yeah.
sleeping at night?
yeah. Let's do that. So let's look at Eric Trump. How's he sleeping at night?
I'm glad I was just going to suggest one of the Trump boys.
Yep.
you know what I read earlier is that Ivanka's been fighting the courts of having to come in and testify against her dad.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the excuse that they gave today was because, well, she lives in Florida and it's during the school week. And so she can't possibly come because she has her children to get to school and home again. And I'm like, when the hell has that woman ever taken her kids to school?
Yeah.
They hire people for that.
Yeah.
I mean,
So then you have to wonder then, how did she make it to the G8? Give me a break. All right. So Mr. Trump, Eric Trump, how are you sleeping these days? Yeah, because is he done testifying?
I don't know that he's done testifying, but haven't both the Trump
both the boys have, yeah.
Yeah. I think Donald's up on Monday, right?
Well, and all they've done is pass it on to the accountants and the other people that they didn't really, they just signed some paperwork, but they left it up to the professionals to find out how much everything was worth. It was almost like we didn't hardly even read it. Like, what a joke for us to even come in here because we don't know. That's their defense.
And it's a very poor defense. And there's nobody who is buying that. Least of all the judge, least of all the prosecutors, and even their attorneys are not buying that. But let's just see, how is Eric feeling these days?
Well, I can go.
Go ahead.
Top of the stack is the Queen of Wands. And he's really scared of her because she's going to kick his ass. Followed by the Queen of Cups. There's a lot of emotion riding with that because this one he's terrified of. And this one is like, yeah, you keep feeling it. Ending with the Tower. It's all going to come crashing down on him. It does not look good.
I feel that too. Exactly what Shari just said. That they've had months and months and months to come up with a story, to come up with an excuse. And the best they could come up with is, hey, we didn't come up with those figures. We just signed the papers. Well, that's not a defense. So yeah, they're in trouble and they know it. And like Rose Blue says, Eric eats paste. And
Where did you say that?
She says, Eric, I eat paste.
Yeah. Well, now he's going to be Eric, I put concrete. All right. Gerald, you want to
go? Six of Swords. It's in the middle of moving, trying to, things are going through. I think what he's doing is he's having really bad dreams, to be honest with you. I don't think he is able to articulate it out loud because he's been so manhandled. And okay, here's the interesting thing. I have the King of Pentacles followed by the Ace of Pentacles. The fortunes are done. Gonna have to start completely brand new. You're gonna have nothing. So boom, there you go.
Well, they're gonna have to pay up.
Yep. Oh, definitely. They're gonna pay up, and they're gonna have, all of the riches are gone, and they're gonna have a penny left. Good luck.
Yeah.
Not going to
Yeah.
happen.
But I get a feeling that the boys have other investments that are well hidden that are not part of the Trump Corporation. They may have been at one time, not now. And so they have something to fall back on, so they're not completely broke.
Well, Gerald, you brought up the Six of Swords. For me, that's the card for going up the river, going to jail. Going to jail. So I think both of them run big risk of going to jail, as well as owing mucho buckarunos. And I've been listening to the commentators talk about what properties are owned by the Trump organization, and anything that is domestic is probably owned by that organization. So all of those things will be liquidated to satisfy the debt. They won't be given a choice. It's just a matter of how much money they want to raise. And when they liquidate your debts, that when they do disgorgement in that way, they don't necessarily sell to the highest bidder. They just sell everything, and they make sure that it equals what the damages were.
Mm-hmm.
So in addition, I do think they're going to come after them with criminal charges, the boys especially. And it may take a couple more years for them to go to jail, but I think they will go to jail. So, whatever organizations they've got their money hidden in, I hope it can last them 3-4 years. They won't need much after that, because they'll be housed in, the country's finest penitentiaries. But
oh my God, they'll be making license plates.
Yes, they literally will. And it's going to, this is a civil case, so it's not from this case, but I got the Queen of Cups. That's probably going to end up being Ivanka, who's going to spill a bunch of beans. And she's a water sign anyway, so that's hers. They got the Five of Wands. That's, some fighting and friction. Seven of Pentacles. They're just waiting to see how much this damages are going to be. The Knight of Wands. They both went in there like effing idiots and just said whatever the dad told them to say. They didn't even listen to the attorneys. They said what the dad told them to say. And now they're screaming, oh my God, they're going to take all my money. Look at that guy's face. This is literally what they're going to feel like. It's horrible. I think I got to look at their charts. I think the next 2-3 years for these guys are just hideous. I think it's one long tower moment for the next 24 months for these guys. Just bad, 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 bad. Any of those snippets you hear on the news, how arrogant. Do they really think that that's going to get them some sort of sympathy or get them off? It's like, no, you're already guilty. Why not just tell the truth and cooperate to try to get some leniency?
For sure.
So stupid. They're so stupid.
Sure.
Okay, I'm done.
So stupid.
So stupid.
So is it my turn?
Yeah.
Forest for the trees. He went in there like he just had his dad's party line, but they ran rings around him, and they read to him like an open book. They drew blood. There was a lot of time because they could run rings around him and get him to testify to things that incriminated him. He felt like an angsty teen. This is how he's feeling. He feels like he really wants to run the hell away, and he's being bulldozed by their sharp questions, and he feels like he's in a maze, and he can't get out. He's trapped in that testimony, like he keeps screwing himself up. And this is the final card. I feel like he's really will be sent up the river, because I bet you they will do criminal case after this, and it's not going to be pretty for him.
No, not at all. I can I add 2 more things? Are you still going, Val? Okay, so one thing is that I wouldn't put it past Big T that he put some sort of a microchip in each of them so he knows where they are.
Knows where they are, and maybe knows what they say. I don't know.
maybe it records things too.
Did they get vaccinated? Is that when the implant was put in?
Maybe, who knows?
I'll go back to mute and just drink.
And then the other thing I wanted to say is that I heard that after they had them on the stand and they went through all this stuff denying everything, I didn't know, I depended on the accountants, blah 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 blah. Then they went back through their depositions where they said something a little different. They had different excuses. And then for Eric in particular, they took like about 200 emails and they put them up on a big screen. And the email said over and over again, he was involved with the appraisal, all the conversations about the appraisals.
They ran rings around him. He could not foresee that forest for the trees card, showing that he couldn't see that this was coming. I mean, he really wasn't thinking.
They didn't teach that in PASTE class.
They did not teach that.
Well, neither one of them think that they're getting close to the end. Neither one of them truly believe they're going to lose everything.
I think
they still think that their dad's going to be president. So,
they'll get out of it all. Right.
Yeah, they're going to be saved. And 45, he's so busy going, don't talk to my kids. Don't pick on my kids. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
They're these adults who are almost 50 years old, and he's talking like they're infants.
What do you think is going to happen when it dawns on them? And how long do you think it's going to take for it to dawn on them?
It's going to take a while because it's not going to happen instantaneously. No. It'll be one thing at a time. It'll be like pulling a Band-Aid off, just little by little by little.
I totally agree with Cleo. And I think also when his dad tries to run, and during that whole process, and if he actually does run for the presidency and he loses, of course, that's the death knell for everyone, period.
Yeah, that's when you're gonna see Don Jr. just openly sniffing off the back of his hand. I mean, it's just gonna be on Fox News. He's gonna be like, "Well, I'll tell you, Sean, just a minute. Okay, so it's gonna be like no holds barred. He's not even gonna try to hide it. He's just gonna be like,
he has to try and feel good. Well,
he's actually gonna have a surgical scar put in the back of his hand, a little trough that he can just put it in. And just...
So I pulled 4 cards. I got 3 queens and I got the 7 of swords. It's going to be the women who are going to bring him down.
Absolutely.
Always has been. Always has been. Yeah. So, and Goron is not, but Chutkin or any of those other female judges could.
Isn't that funny?
And it's and the Queen of Wands was not present. So this is not going to be a rash thing. It's going to be well calculated.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be boom.
Well, and I don't think it's going to be Jack Smith because this is a different kind of case. But I do think that Letitia James has handed it to them on a silver platter because they can use every bit of what she did. Because even though hers was civil and she just has to prove a preponderance of the case, right? But in criminal, it has to be beyond a shadow of a doubt. I think she proved beyond a shadow of a doubt. I don't know what she didn't prove. I can't see anything that she was only slightly. So I think whoever takes this on criminally is going to be, I mean, Merrick Garland's got to be just salivating.
Yeah.
But who would it be? Would it be Alvin Bragg? I don't know. It's going to be criminal for the state of New York.
The state of New York, so right?
Who is that? Alvin Bragg?
It might be yeah, I think it is. Colleen.
I think it is. Yeah,
Alvin Bragg. Yes. Yeah.
Oh no, Letitia James is the state of New York.
Oh, is that?
But what's Alvin Bragg? Alvin Bragg.
He's the
district attorney. So he's the Manhattan district.
Yes. Yeah. He would bring the charges against
the city. He's the city, though. He's not the state. So Letitia James maybe could just turn around and also do the criminal. I mean, unless there's somebody else who does the criminal at the state level.
And that's another thing that burns Trump's butt big time is that it's not just female judges, with the exception of Van Goren, but all of the prosecutors are all women. And they're all women of color. You know,
Beautiful thing, isn't it?
which is, you know, if that's not the universe just
It's the
thumbing
universe.
their nose, you know, and saying, you think you're better than them?
Yeah.
Hold my beer. You know, I mean, it just, yeah.
Sally Yates. You know who loves this? Sally Yates.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sally
did love
Yates
it.
is just tipping a glass every day going, you go, Letitia.
Yeah, exactly.
Sally Yates is just saying, yeah, go ahead, fire my ass, but you're going to get it in the end.
Yeah.
I think all of them, it's
And
crazy.
it ain't gonna be pretty.
Oh. I wonder when Trump's making license plates in the big house if he's going to demand a Sharpie so that he can sign all of them.
He just better make sure he holds on to the rope, to the soap. Get soap on a rope.
Oh no, nobody would touch him.
No, nobody would touch him. No.
No.
But if he cleans up his diet with that good prison food and he's not eating McDonald's and KFC anymore,
every day. Yeah.
he might smell a little better.
Oh, that could be. Yes.
And without all
Yeah.
that junk in his head and
Yeah.
all of his
I don't know
spray
how
tan,
Melania has stood
Yeah.
it for this long. Somebody
I
that doesn't
I don't think
shower
he does.
on a regular basis. That's what Noel Castler says, and he worked for him through apprentice thing for years. He was like, the man never bathes. It just, you smell him coming from a mile away before you ever even see him.
And
Oh
he's a
my God.
germaphobe. That's so weird. That's so
Yeah.
weird. Ugh. Oh, disgusting. Okay.
Like, no wonder the Pope was frowning when he had to stand next to him. I mean,
And no wonder the Queen was walking so far behind him.
yeah, trying to not be downwind.
Yeah.
Oh my
like that.
gosh.
Oh boy. Well, we did it, folks. We really did it. We feted Gerald and we feted our politicians and we feted our chatters, and this was just a glorious night. It was just wonderful.
It
Yeah.
was glorious. We should do this again sometime. Can we do
You
that?
want to? You
Yeah,
want to?
let's do that.
Do it again. When should we do it again? I got time. Should we do it like when are we?
Don't we have a date set for November 17th?
She
Yes,
missed.
we do.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. So PoliTarology will back.
Yes,
We'll
we'll
be
be
back.
back.
Right now, we're scheduled for every first and third Friday.
Oh, nice. So those are our nights, the first and third
Okay.
Friday. Yay, that's good.
I didn't know that.
I had never figured it out. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
I just wrote it in the book. That's all
No
I did.
pressure.
That's great.
So Shari made it up, and now we all believe it.
Well, I also believe that anytime I'm actually going to be having white wine, it's going to be infused with the amazing, Cleo the Seer power and all of the memory of this.
That's
Well,
good.
it's the essence of cyberspace that goes into each glass of
It's
my
special
specially
flavor.
portal wine. It's a portal wine.
I love it.
Portal
Cleo the
wine.
Seer, portal wine.
I love it.
That's nice. That's nice.
That's nice.
Very
Mine was delicious.
Colleen, people are going to be calling you to do voiceovers and singing.
I would love that. That
For
would be
sure.
great. I love that. I haven't done that in years, so that'll be fun. It's great. Well, thank you everybody for indulging me once again for PoliTarology. And I'm so proud of all of you because all of you can pronounce it now. That's wonderful. And
We just had to practice.
yeah, that's all it took. And thank you for all of the best chatters being here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your questions. And thank you to the New York Times for providing all the headlines. And yeah, we'll see everybody back here on the 17th. And, we didn't go around and say what was going on all of our channels. Does anybody have something they want to announce?
I have a whole bunch of stuff coming up next week. So everybody just go over and like and subscribe to my channel because on the landing page, I actually have all of the upcoming lives and I have like 7 of them
He's
this
got a
coming
bunch.
week. And they're going to be a lot of fun. But on Saturday, Val and I are planning something. And
Yes, we
we're
are.
teaching the Divine Complement class on 1111.
I think
A
I'm taking
special
that
day.
class.
You are.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, I'm going to
Ooh.
be there. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Well, and
Yeah.
isn't there a caffeinated and unfiltered on Monday?
Why, yes, there is. Everybody buckle up, because those caffeinated and unfiltered, we use caffeinated water to make the coffee. So, and it's good.
Does Cleo also bring that through the portal? Is that how you
Not
get
yet. That was special. I think she only did that for you.
that? Oh,
I mean, on your channel.
okay. All right. That's great. Well, thanks very much, everybody. And according to my whole gang here, we're going to see you again back here in 2 weeks. So, mwah,
On the
love you
17th.
all. Thank you so much.
Bye, everybody.
Am I
Bye.
going to be able to do this video thing? I hope so. Here we go.